Oh boy, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong about this DLC. God, this whole video is essentially going to be an apology to you guys and to the guys at Sony Santa Monica. Bruno, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong, 100%. I take everything back. I'm so sorry. For those of you guys that maybe didn't catch it, I made a video prior to this video saying that this DLC that was announced at the Game Awards, it sounds great. You know, the roguelite is cool. I'm a roguelite fan myself, and I'm going to enjoy whatever it is that we're going to get from this DLC. This free DLC that's been dropped 5 days out from the thing dropping. Surely, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun, but can't be anything substantial, right? I mean, what I really like, as well as the combat, I really like that deep, rich story that we get from God of War, the ones that we've been getting from recent God of War games and in the past. And man, I would love it if we could get a remake of those games or have some sort of way to go back to those times, to ancient Greece and stuff like that. We've said it many times here. And I was like, oh, you know, I mean, I'm going to enjoy it, but man, I wish this DLC was a bit more story focused, you know? And to be fair, none of the Sony Santa Monica guys on Twitter gave anything away. They kept it completely stum. They were like, let them believe what they want to believe. And, you know, rightly so. Let me have the egg on my face. Totally get it. But what we got, this DLC that we got, this free DLC, was one of the best DLCs ever made. Not only did we get a really cool new combat mode, this roguelite style sort of this DLC where we go through multiple different areas, these areas based off of realms that we've been in the Norse saga. Not only did we get that, but we also got these really awesome, faithfully executed, deep connections to past games, the original God of War games that brought us all here in the first place. Those games weren't ever really ignored per se. They were never really embarrassed of those games, but they weren't really spoken about in the same way that we speak about the current games. They were never spoken about properly directly. There'll be mentions of ancient Greece, there'll be mentions of, like, you know, where he got the blades from, etc., things like that. But seeing the ancient Greek areas, seeing Helios, oh my god, seeing the mention of Pandora, all of the stuff, the Cyclops, all of the enemies that we got, the Sirens, oh my god, all of that being faithfully recreated, being put in gameplay so we can play them and have it directly influence the now of our Kratos, our Spartan warrior, and shape his life going forward, acknowledging that it's a part of him, a part of his history, a part of us, the fans. This was the greatest DLC I've played in a very long time. I mentioned this on Twitter and a lot of people agreed with me. This DLC deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as The Witcher Blood and Wine DLC. I haven't played Phantom Liberty yet, but everyone's saying that's fantastic. It's on my list, don't come at me. The Old Hunters from Bloodborne. And other great DLCs of that caliber, because it really is that good. Just the whole complete addressing of it, to look at his past, to put it in his face and to talk about it with such passion and in such a genuine and faithful way was so awesome. And I just have to say, thank you, Sony Santa Monica, for giving us this free DLC. Again, free. It's insane. I feel like we've robbed Sony Santa Monica of this. Normally, I'm sure, I bet you if you asked all these God of War fans, they would say, yeah, I'd happily pay $10 for this. Some might even say $20. It's that good. I remember our boy, the Midgard Chronicler on Twitter, saying that maybe everyone should temper their expectations for what we'll be getting in this DLC. I mean, it's free end of the day, so we're probably not going to expect anything like Zeus, for example. We're not going to expect any new characters because that includes voice acting and, you know, extra mocap and stuff like that. So let's temper our expectations. We didn't get Zeus, but we did get a whole new character, Helios. I mean, freaking, that's so awesome. And we got a bunch of new, well, not new, they're old, but you know, remade enemies from the classic games, the Cyclops, the Sirens, and all of that, and a bunch of new areas as well. If you've played a bunch of the portals that you jump into, some of the red ones, some of the more harder ones later on in the game, you get to go to the Desert of the Lost Souls. They recreated the boat area as well from God of War 1. All of the enemies that go with it again, and all of these take dedicated motion, like animation and stuff like that. This was an insanely high level of effort. And again, all for free. And that is just astonishing to me. And then if we talk about the story and how it all ended in the end, with Tyr essentially guiding us on our journey, this whole DLC was getting Kratos from the end of God of War Ragnarok, where he'd been like, okay, I'm going out now and I'm just gonna, I guess, help people. That very ambiguous way it sort of ended, feeling a little bit uneasy, like, oh, so what's going to happen? And then fully bringing that round and bringing Kratos to understand his purpose, understand what it is he has to do, and to finally come to terms with the demons inside him and see that everyone around him accepts him. And as long as he does what he believes is right with his friends, with everyone, he'll be good. The God of Hope. Is lost. God, the last bit where Kratos was talking to himself, his former self in the chair, the way that he was battling back and forth with himself, and that he came to that organic realization that he's no longer that monster for real. That moment, in combination with a few of the moments leading up to it, was some of the most emotional moments in all of gaming. And perfectly demonstrates how Kratos is one of the most well-rounded characters. Sony Santa Monica have created one of the most well-rounded characters ever. It's astonishing what they've done. By the end of the DLC, I was just sitting there at the edge of my seat watching in absolute awe, thinking to myself, oh, some of the best writing in video games ever. Period. I was so wrong about this DLC. As I said, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, everyone watching, for the video that I made. I'm so sorry for Sony Santa Monica for not having faith that you will deliver, obviously, something well above what we were expecting. And I'm so sorry to everybody watching, because you're probably going to be hearing about this for a very long time now. I've got a ton of videos that I've already planned for this. I've got a ton of recordings already made. And yeah, you guys should prepare yourself for some God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC goodness. That's right. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Let me know in the comment section how you guys felt and what your favorite moment was. Honestly, for me, I think I lost my shit when we pulled out the Blade of Olympus. That was the moment when I realized, hold on a second. Hold on a minute. This isn't just a little DLC we're putting on the side here. Hold on a minute. And hopefully we could talk together in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next one.